mu mutima gwa Kampala eno ye 97.7 Record FM tusabula hits all day 24/7
Wednesday morning, and we're still taking you over till 10 a.m. With the program the UgBreakfastShow. But of course, we have an honor okubirangate. We are with our boss, Mtiara, Madam Louise. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. You know, when I tell people our boss, they think a different boss. But of course, whenever it's a Wednesday, you're the boss. You lead.
I guess here in our program, The Woman's Voice.
Okay, and of course, Haba is also still around here with us.
I'm always around here.
Okay.
And of course, good morning to everyone. Now we have Madame Louisa with us at this very early morning. As always, the beautiful Wednesdays we are with her, and of course up to 10 a.m. discussing issues about women, and of course issues that will benefit every listener who will tune in. So I encourage everyone, just tune in right now. A lot of exciting topics. We have fashion and trends this very early morning.
Call your friends and let them know.
You just can't
Let
wait
us
to
be
have
together
this.
here.
Okay, let's start the segment officially.
Yeah.
Change happens with those who dare to be different.
Kintu ekyo ekiri mu maaso kati kyoliko kati ng'okikola n'obuvumu, okikola with excellence, okikola n'amaanyi, okikola ng'omanyi ky'oluubirira gye kiri mu maaso.
The Women's Voice.
It is impossible to live without failing at something unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you fail by default.
The Women's Voice.
Naye kino ekiri mu maaso go kati kikole ng'okikolera ddala.
Akadde ka program The Women's Voice. The Women's Voice.
Okay, akadde ka maloboozi oba eddoboozi ly'omukyala n'obeera ng'ate otegeera bulungi nnyo ensonga nga bwe zitambula obulungi ennyo. So mukwano gwaffe gwe ali eyo atuwuliriza obulungi ennyo yessaawa ofune pen n'olupapula ensonga tubeere ng'ate tuzisengeka obulungi ennyo era nga haba take the honor obeere ng'ate you open up and let us know what are we discussing today.
What's trends? Because many people, they don't know, first of all, what's trend. It's a trend fashion.
Okay, to our dear listener, this very early morning, we have a very exciting topic. And of course, I know it is a general concern to everyone because we tend to right now we see that there is kind of a habit of following trends and fashion. You could not know what the word trend means, but trend is actually someone adopting to a certain thing, either good or bad, as long as it is trending, as long as it is what everyone thinks is right.
What's happening now?
What is happening right now. We see that fashion refers to the popular styles. It could be clothing, it could be even the accessories. We see sometimes people are struggling to acquire a new phone. You know, a brand.
Accessories and everything.
It could be accessories and preferences that are followed or adopted by a particular group of people within a given time. In a given certain generation or period. Fashion refers to the overall style, and sometimes we see that people are always yearning to look stylish, you know, according to what is popular in the world. You could have maybe, it could be a celeb, someone you're looking at. It could be even the circle of the people that you are around. They normally adopt to a certain culture. They normally adopt to a certain use of something. So you jump on it, whether it is favorable to you or not. You just jump on it.
Yeah, because it's a sense of, every human being has a sense of belonging to somewhere.
That is it.
So that's when it comes.
So fashion gwe musono.
Yeah. Gwe musono.
Kati gwe mukwano gwaffe ali eyo omusono kyekyo ekintu kyokera bugezi ku makya n'ogamba nti nze njagala kuwambala bwe nti n'ova ku kiri kye baakuyigiriza culture ya Buganda n'ogamba nze kankwate ey'Amerika. And then you decide to look like the Europeans because you feel it's the way you have to be.
By the way, we've seen this happening really normally. It happens now, like here in Africa. We have tendencies of adopting the funny looks that we normally see around. You know, someone sees something around, maybe abroad, then they will try to copy the same thing. We've seen a trend of where sometime back we used to see guys putting on trousers just half.
They call them balance.
You balance the trouser. you don't know
They
what
don't
that
even know
actually
where
means.
it came from.
You don't know where it came
because,
from, but you just jump on it. You don't know what is going to
behind the intention behind of
it.
dressing like that.
That is it. And then we see that sometimes we don't really know what the trend brings, because sometimes people who are trending or people who are bringing the trend, they have an agenda that maybe you don't know. So when you just jump on the trend, you just jump on the fashion. Sometimes you don't know. Maybe you could be worshiping someone. Maybe you could be, in a sense that maybe
because those, as you said, those who were doing that, there was a reason why they were doing.
That is
so the person doesn't know and start to do exactly like them. So passing the same image of that one, yet they don't know why I'm doing it, just because everyone's use of celebrity outside uses. So and then Jesus, and it starts from a young age, you know. If I was thinking about girls, they in school, they have this, even among themselves, the pencil and this and the notebook and everything. The way maybe they cover, they buy the covers for their books. Because this one everyone is wearing, and the mother doesn't have a condition to do so. So that starts the problem. Mama, why I don't have? Mama, why I don't buy it for me? And the mother struggle to. Many they struggle to do the desire to. Okay, she wants, let me do for her. But and then end up destroying that child, because she's going to get used everything that I want. My mom has to give
so the
me.
child becomes materialistic. The evil competitions within themselves, because they see somebody is having something and maybe their parents cannot afford.
And then the mother has always to do something because mama I want so. And then again, everything that this child wants, she receives it. So now she's going to be spoiled. It's going to be spoiled.
That is it. Actually, speaking about even the young kids, it even starts from the kids themselves. We've seen some of the trending cartoons, but children are yearning to watch some of the cartoons, and parents can't resist giving them to them. But sometimes we see that what is taught in these very cartoons is actually nasty. Very nasty.
The messages, especially nowadays, the messages of the cartoons, they are rotten.
Very rotten. So we see that we have a lot of things that we adopt to, that we try to copy, we try to follow, and yet it is going to, in the end, damage us. So those are some of the examples that are of the fashion and the trends that are moving around. Of recent, we've seen people fighting over iPhones. We've seen people fighting over just small trends. But we could even look at some of the effects, the negative effects of the of the trends, the fashion. We have a lot of them. Sometimes we see basing on some of these trends. We have seen that even the financial strain happens. Sometimes, like for the example that you've given to us, a kid will try to strain the mom to acquire something that is trending, that they are seeing their fellow kids having, and then maybe the parent doesn't have the condition. It affects the financial bit. People get frustrated. So now the parent gets frustrated because they can't provide.
She gets really frustrated because I can't give it to my child what my child wants to. And okay, continue, please.
So the person is stranded, the mother is stranded, the kid themselves is stranded because maybe the mom can't provide, the dad can't provide.
And they do not understand when the mother say, I don't have a condition. But why not? In their minds, they don't. If my friend has, I can have as well. So
because they say it's what my parent is supposed to provide.
That is it.
So mukwano gwaffe atuwuliza obulungi ennyo, tugezaako okubeera nga tunnyonnyola ebintu eby'omusono ebijjira ku mbeera nti omuntu asazzeewo naga nti no nze njagala kubeera nga nyambala kino, njagala kukwata simu bweti, njagala kukola bwenti. Biki ebigireetera ekyo, naki ebikyamu ebikirimu, kubanga tutunuulira eggwanga lyattu oba n'abantu ensingi ebujja ne butambula nti ne mu masomero omwana watandikira okusiwuka empisa olw'okuba nti no omuzadde tasobola kubeera nga affording ekyo munne kyalina. Ogenda okulaba nga omwana olw'okuba emisono, omwana n'atenga okufuna abasajja, n'atenga okufuna kiso, ebintu bingi nnyo ebibi ebikirimu, naye tugezaako okubeera nga tubyanalyzinga so that the dear listener ofunamu ekyokuyiga n'okubeera nga ate oyambagana obulungi ennyo. Tukyali mu program the UgBreakfastShow, naye nga tuli mu kanyomero the women's voice, okubeera nga ate tuttaanya ensonga ezo. Madam Louisa is here with us. Hava is here, and myself, Brandon. Let's go in for a short commercial break, and when we return, tugenda kubeera nga ate twongera okubeera nga tuttaanya ku nsonga ezo zennyini nyini ofunemu ekyokuyiga.
BG tembiranye y'ekibuga ekyasinze amaanyi mu StarTimes UPL ekutuuseeko. Anti KCCA bagenda kuba bambalagana ne Vipers ku Lwokutaano luno nga 10 omwezi guno gwe-11 wali e Lugogo ku ssaawa emu ey'akawungeezi. Ba Vipers abajjudde obusagwa banaasobola bakasasiro boys oba bamulekwa abayera abakasiibula omuzungu banaaswaza bannantamegwa b'empaka zino. Okumanya kyangu nnyo, sasula busasuzi ssente ze z'omwezi onyumirwe bata eno ku Sanyuka Prime ku StarTimes kwokka. Oba downloadinga StarTimes on app okunyumira omupiira guno ku simu ye ya smartphone oba giyite seereza wonna w'oli. StarTimes UPL, our league, go for it.
Hi people. The spotlight dims for none but shines brightest this night. Elevate your senses. Amplify the party. The zenith of music galas is here. The 12th prestigious High People Music Awards. Grander in scale, unparalleled in fervor, and simply legendary. Get ready for a sonic spectacle with performances and a constellation of your most adored artists. Save the date, 17th November. Tickets for 100,000 shillings and exclusive tables at 3 million shillings. High People Music Awards, defining African excellence. Hashtag Level 1 Project. Hashtag Made of God.
High People, oh, Music Awards. High People Music Awards are proudly sponsored by 97.7 Record FM.
Fortune Spaghetti akolebwa Bidco Uganda Limited akola ekijjulo ekiwoomu n'enva zonna z'obeera otegese. Fortune Spaghetti taliimu lusavu lungi ate awa omubiri amaanyi wa bbeeyi ntono ddala ate ng'osobola okumuterekera ebbanga ddene nga tayonoonese. Mwangu wa kufumbisa era alina emigaso gy'omubiri mingi. Fortune Spaghetti gyali mu bipimo bya grams 2.5 ne grams 4.5 awo mu dduuka oba supermarket ekuliraanye.
Kino kisanyusa buli kadde luubiriranga ebyokulya ebiwoomu ebifumbiddwa Fortune Butto, ebyokulya ebisufu ebikussa mu mbeera y'okulya. Fortune Butto alongoseddwa era nassibwamu ekirungo kya vitamini A. Musange mu bipimo eby'enjawulo. Ebijjulo byo bizze ku mutendera omulala. Weefunire Butto akwata ekifo ekisooka mu Uganda ku dduuka ne supermarket yonna ekulinaanye. Fortune Butto akolebwa ba Bidco Uganda Limited.
Hello?
Oh, tata Maki, kyekiriwo muganda wange.
Mwana, embeera eno si nnungi. Blood, njagala kuntaasa. Mpolayo emitwalo 7.
Ha, muganda wange ng'akasente mbadde naakakejjako.
Blood, ntaasa. Kawala kange kawalidde omusujja gwa malaria.
Twakafuna obutimba bw'ensiri jjojjojjo wano. Kyogamba Maki abadde tasula mu katimba ka nsiri.
Munnange akatimba ke kajjamu ebituli nga tetumanyi kyakkola. Kati ani gw'omanya ayinza okumpola emitwalo 7? Musingire booda yange.
Kuuma ab'omu maka ago obutakwatibwa musujja gwa nsiri nga buli omu asula mu katimba k'ensiri buli kiro era tunga akatimba ko buli okajjamu ebituli okutangira ensiri. Obutimba bwonna mu busibire waggulu buli ku makya okwewala okubwonoona. Bwe tukwatira awamu tusobola okugoba omusujja gw'ensiri mu Uganda. Obubaka buno obukutuusibwako minisitule y'ebyobulamu ng'eyambibwako Global Fund.
Cowboy Speciali usobulira ddala kati okumufuna mu bupaako bwa grams 25, grams 5, grams 10 n'ebikumi 200 awo ku dduuka erikuliraanye. Fumba ebyokulya ebiwoomu ne Cowboy akolebwa aba Bidco Uganda Limited.
No entertainment without BTV, giving you the entertainment you need. Series.
It's not going to happen.
Movies.
Why so serious? I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
I will find you. And I will kill you.
Music. Music and many more. Watch BTV on StarTimes channel 242, antenna decoder, and 483 dish.
BTV. Just be.
It's big. It's big in the evening and even bigger on the Record FM.
We want it now.
Comedy, fun, and drama.
Nenda tebampa serviette nze ku sempozi bagisibe nagirireka.
Oli mutyambwa mwe fe tubogolere wamwe.
All in a row.
Abasajja balinga bivulu waliwo ekikusala amazima nodda mu kyalo.
On the big evening show. Big Ababa. Easy Musoke, Masasi and Brandon Chan. ebikusanyusa n'ebikusisa n'ogweri.
Taata w'omwana wange nagenzeyo ku Lwokutaano alabe ku mwana we yatuuseyo emisinde n'amasema n'agajjako.
Obulevu nnyina bwakyemeza buli busatu ate kuza mukangu takuleko mukire.
It's fun and in fact more fun.
Program The Women's Voice.
Okay, ochari mu program The Women's Voice ku 97.7 Record FM tusabula hits all day ne muganda wange haba warinyo ne Madam Louisa.
Yeah.
Mwetugedeko mkumulako atwaye twogerako misono binene biki ebigira mu nsonga zino na lwaki abantu abamu bakola ensonga ez'okubeera nga weekyusa endabikaayo n'okyusa culture yo n'okyusa n'engeri gy'obehavingamu. So yensonga lwaki kwe tuli wano obulungi ennyo okubeera nga tetubaako ekyofunamu oba okuyiga n'okubeera nga te oyambako mukwano gwo ali eyo haba. Bwe tugezeko mukuwumulako tubadde tugezaako okutaanya ensonga zino.
Yeah. And of course, okay, we see sometimes when we see fashion and trends, people take two sides. They don't look at the negative side of the fashion and trends. You know, when you jump on something, sometimes you think that it is right because it is what everyone is embracing.
Yeah.
You think that everything that is moving on with it is okay for you. So you don't see any negative bit of it. But sometimes when you look deep into the issue that you're trying to follow, you'll see that it has more harm than good.
Yes.
We've seen most of the times, looking at what we've just been discussing right now, many ladies right now, when we look at the celebs, we look at the people whom we look at, we see that we mess up, ladies end up messing up, changing their body shapes. You don't know what is going to happen next time when you change your body shape. We've seen a lot of people bleaching. You don't know what is going to result to from the issue of bleaching. We've seen a lot of people even developing wounds. Madame Louisa was sharing with us here. People are developing wounds, you know, from bleaching effects.
Because, yeah, I think we should even, first of all, think. I was born with this color here. So why now am I going to put a chemical to change? It's too strong, too strong. So it's a matter of reason, because now, as you said in the beginning, it even changed the way the people think. Psychologically, they have their minds transformed, and then they start to even cancer, right? To every
By the way, when Madame Louisa talks about how you're created, even in how we believe, if you decide to change how you look, that means you're not appreciative with what God decided to make you do. Because God had issues, had reasons as to why you look the way you look. There are some people, the Bible talks about appreciating who you are, but some people tend to not understand it. And then they want to show God that they are greater.
Ugly,
they are greater and they can decide to choose how they want
to change.
It's very wrong.
Yeah,
that is why we see even people right now. We've seen a trend of people chopping their ages. Someone doesn't want actually to acknowledge that. Now.
Yeah,
and you continue asking, God give me more life, but then when He gives you life,
you don't embrace.
You don't want to continue to be a teenager. Want to stretch your face as if. So and then they become to be someone else. If you see them 10 years to come, is completely different. And there comes what you were saying, the bad side of it, because some they died. I mean, in fact, many they died doing the plastic surgery. Now there is something that they call harmonization. They do not remove anything. However, they inject something in the face and it starts to become square, and then it becomes like something funny, a monster, you know. The person becomes a monster, but for them, because their minds are already, you know, destroyed, let me say, they think, they look in the mirror, for them the whole world say this one is ugly, but for her she's okay, she's perfect. So men really, they die, they try to do lip, and then today we have Photoshop. The picture you see there on Instagram, Facebook, that beautiful shape, Photoshop is there. I am 50, look like I look but Photoshop was there. So do not follow this, because you end up losing your personality. It's no longer more you. The way you were born now, with your nose, with your hair, with your ears, whatever, there now change with your color. Now you are white, now you are but full of, you know, sorrows in your skin, problem, cancer. Many they have skin, cancer skin because of that, because they put a chemical. So accept who you are, because Jesus, well, I believe that is a problem with their own identity.
Yeah.
It's inside of them. They do not accept who they are. You know, I have to be like someone. If you want to have a friend to be accepted somewhere, you don't need to change who you are to be accepted. If people do not accept the way you are, so change the people that you're walking with. They are not meant to be your friends.
That is it.
Because if you have friends because the way you look, or because you have money, so you can be my friend, or because you have a beautiful shape, body shape, you can be my friend. If you have, so it's not friends anymore.
Friend,
Like I saw a book yesterday in a bookshop, it's like this: learning how to make friends and learning how to please people. So I said, never want this person near me because she learned how to please me or to be my friend. No, it has to be something natural. But if you need to force yourself to be someone, to cope this, many. Let me just say about being engaged with someone. I need to have someone with me, but I have to look like so and so. But come on, the guy look at you, he liked you the way you are, not the way you are going to become. And then he says, oh, I didn't start today to this one. So accept who you are. You are beautiful the way you are. It makes you different, you know, because people, they want to be in spotlight, to be different, but they end up being ugly. And they cannot see how they are. They don't look at it. They see the mirror, but this in their minds, no, I'm like so and so.
That is why we see right now a lot of people are getting depressed because they are not welcomed. Sometimes right now when we look at the trend of the social media, someone will yearn to receive to be received by the public. So someone always tries to plan something new to post on the social media. So when it is not appreciated, someone will go depressed. Someone will go out of their minds because what they look or what they appear is not appreciated by the public. And sometimes you don't have to prove to anyone that you are what you are. You just have to present who you are, then those who will appreciate you will actually appreciate you for who you are, and then that is how you're going to live the rest of your life. So if you try to always please people the way you want, you know, then it won't work out in the end.
And the worst thing about this entire thing, once you decide to change who you are, how you look, how you do things, it is irreversible.
Yes.
Just like we've seen so many people, or heard about so many people. For example, the late Michael Jackson. He tried to change from being African so that he can look like a white. But when he had a lot of money, he could not reverse back and look who he wanted to, because the entire body, the system was already disorganized. So mulimu ebintu bingi nnyo ebizibu ebijjira mu kukyusa ekyo ky'oba oyagala okukyusa naddala nga si bwe watondebwa naye buli bw'okikola ekidda. For example, we have so many people that do tattoos. They cannot change. Once you have a tattoo, you cannot get it off. So kati weebuuzeemu bw'okula ng'omaze okuba tattoo ng'oli ku myaka 16, emyaka 3 ng'omwana w'abendi agala kukuba kidaala ng'olina tattoo mu kifuba.
I have seen those who have it in the face, so that it can't come out.
Yeah, that's it.
You change your life, you want someone responsible, but when you see full of things in the face.
You know, they always say everything you do will always catch up with you with time. Now, you can do a tattoo when you're under peer pressure. You're 15 years in high school. By the time you reach that moment when somebody says, I want to marry you, and they see a tattoo, you're losing opportunities.
That is it.
Yeah, it's true. Because the bill you can. Someone inject things, silicone, I want to have the body shape of that one, that famous one, that celebrity, that. But and then and after, the bill that comes to you. So, and then many, they have, as you said, health problems. And it can't, like Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, when he died as well, because now got a lot of problems of what he did throughout his
nose had started rotting.
So now they are putting things, okay, tried to solve the problem here, and the money could not help him.
Yes.
All the money he had, famous the way he was, it couldn't help him. So even in the terms of addiction, there are many, they became addicted because of I like this singer, I like this, he does this for him to be cool, to be there, and then let me do also.
By the way, going back to that, I have a lot of friends down in the ghetto who want to be musicians. So when someone always tries to see the person that they want to be like, the musician, they're always puffing, they're always smoking. So they think that it is cool. It's the way the person gets the vibe to create the music. So we see deep down in the ghettos, people are dying. A lot of youths are dying, even ladies themselves, because I have friends of them. They're in the ghetto dying because of the addiction of marijuana, the addiction of smoking. So it is affecting them, but it is a trend they are copying out from someone. It is something that they are seeing in someone they love. They copy it, and then in the end, it's going to affect them.
No, I remember even my dad, he used to say to us, because my dad was addicted to smoking, addicted to drink. So, and then he said how it started. In his young age, he would see, and then it was like charm, to be there with the cigarette and do like this. So because of that, he let me follow the trend. And then he became addicted. So it was like, there was no cigarette at home. It could be 10 p.m. Go there, have to buy. His hand was smelling, praise God, now he's free from that. But his hand was smelling cigarette, like, the breath, the person was like that. Why? Because of our eyes cute to be there, and then they had maybe pose, and they see the adverts, people there.
Okay, but of course, now what would is also Birangate or joining a conversation and go to WhatsApp number of 0755 977 and 977 or 0393 and 977 977. You'll be calling in and maybe you join the discussion, or you can send us your WhatsApp message. Just like Mary has sent in. Mary has sent a message saying some make their bodies brands for business purposes. For example, some celebrities make those surgeries to keep young and trend for companies to keep hiring them. Greetings to you, presenters. Thank you, Mary.
Yeah.
You see how things continue in life. People think it's just a small period of time, but then it takes your life and you cannot change.
And she raises a very good point where, especially with celebrities, if I'm getting older, there will be no jobs for me anymore. So they want to keep that. And many, they don't call, like, they start to get old, and their minds like, no one's calling me for work. I'm not successful as I was before. They kill themselves. And then you hear, also so that they found them dead at home. They committed suicide because now the famous status that they had in their minds, I'm not famous anymore. People are not calling me, so there is no reason for me to leave. There was one quickly here before you go for the short break. There was one, she committed suicide at, I think, at 35 years old. She first tried and then she failed and then she was there. I'm so sad. No one calls. And she was beautiful. Because it is. And then she was released from the hospital. And then she committed suicide at 35 years old. No, she completed 40. And she was 40 years, like 40. I'm old already. No one is going to come to any work, to nothing. The TVs, they're not called. And then she was beautiful. So, and not only her, but to see many now, they are 20 or so years old because they feel themselves out of the fashion, the trend, they have to be like that. And yet they have a lot of money. People, they think if I have money, everything will be okay. But the money cannot solve if you have the pain on your soul.
That is it. Yeah.
The money cannot solve.
This is a wake-up call, and it is a program for you who is losing the individuality in you. Wake up. Try to realize that you are much, much better than what you're trying to follow. Realize that you are very strong. A lot of people are looking for an opportunity even to look out for something in you. So if you decide to copy someone else, you are denying yourself a chance for someone who is going to look up to you and you inspire many people. So first of all, give up whatever you're trying to look up to, whatever negative it is. Embrace yourself, love yourself, motivate yourself, and always stay strong. You will brand yourself. You are someone very important. Someone is waiting to look up to you. So please don't devalue yourself by looking up with fashion and trends. Very wrong. We shall come back shortly after this short commercial break. Program The Women's Voice. Miss Louisa Haber and Brandon Schaff.
The biggest derby in the StarTimes UPL is finally here!
The Cassia Football Club
KCCA versus Vipers. Friday 10th November at Lugogo, 7 p.m. Will the Venoms beat the Casasino boys or will the Yellow Boys embarrass the reigning champions? Just pay your subscription and enjoy the battle live on Sanyuka Prime, only on Star Times. Or download the Star Times own app to follow the action on your smartphone wherever you are. Star Times UPL, our league, go for it.
It is wonderful, always looking forward to a tasty and delicious meal prepared with Fortune Butter cooking oil. The finger-licking and healthy meals that make you salivate. Fortune Butter is refined and fortified with vitamin A. It comes in 25, 50, 100, 200, 500 and 1000 milliliters.
Take your meals to a different level. Get Uganda's #1 cooking oil at any shop or supermarket near you. Fortune Butter is a product of Bidco Uganda Limited.
Akanyamushwa ebyemizanyo omuliza avo mulungi ku mulundi guno oli ku shua Kalyango David ne Masasi nga ganyoka ag'ebyemizanyo Monday to Thursday batandika saa 7 paka 9 ez'ekiro olwo ku Lwokutaano batandika saa 5 paka 6 ez'ekiro. Oyagala updates is legit, more accurate, olina okumakinga date ne program. Akanyamushwa ebyemizanyo saa 7 paka 9 ez'ekiro. Olege ku buwomi obw'ebyemizanyo, omupiira, embalaasi n'emizanyo gyonna gy'olewuliddeko mu Kanyamushwa mu program Akanyamushwa ku 97.7 Record FM.
Fortune Spaghetti, a product of Bidco Uganda Limited, makes healthy and tasty meals with all types of sauces. Fortune Spaghetti is low in fat and a good source of energy. Fortune Spaghetti is affordable and has a long shelf life. It is easy to cook and has many health benefits. Fortune Spaghetti is available in 250 grams and 450 grams pack in your nearby shop. Available in all shops and supermarkets near you.
Buli bantu 10 bosanga musanvu ku bo bafiiriddwa ensimbi nnyingi abafereze bababyeko so nga ate bandi zikozesezza okusasula ebintu ebirala bingi gamba nga sente z'obupangisa okwongera mu bizinensi okusasula fiizi n'ebirala bingi. Beera steady tebakufera kuuma ebintu byo era beera bulindaala bw'oba okozesa enkola ya mobile money. Abayaaye bangi enamba ye ya pini gikuume butiribiri ne bw'olaba essimu kwatiyo yoke entongole eya kampuni endala tozikwata. Beera steady, be better, weegendereza abafere.
Cowboy Speciale, now available in affordable pouch packs of 25 grams, 50 grams, 100 grams, and 200 grams at your nearby shop. Cook delicious meals with Cowboy, a product of Bidco Uganda Limited.
Kambanjulire, Hallelujah Natural Drinks. Ebyokunywa bino biganzi nnyo, ng'ate biwoomu, bisaamu amaanyi mu mubiri, ne buwangaala, bikoleddwa bakugubeerere, mubinyire, biri mu maduuka wonna, ebeeyi y'ensikosiko. Hallelujah Jinga Tea Drink, gwita omubisi gw'entangawuzi, ne Hallelujah Tamarind Drink, omubisi gw'enkoge, bikutuusibwako Hallelujah Reflexology Health Solution and Nutrition Center Limited. Okumanya ebisingawo, noti 7 noti 3, noti 3 musanvu, 3 oba noti 3 24 15
Hello?
Oh, Tata Maggie, how are you, my brother?
Man, life is not easy this side. I need some urgent help. Please, lend me 70,000.
Ha, my brother. Guy, just use the command I had.
Boss, help me. My daughter is down with malaria.
We received mosquito nets recently. You mean Maggie hasn't been sleeping under a net?
Munange, her net got torn, and we didn't know what to do. Please help me. Kale, who do you think can give me 70,000? I give him my border security.
Protect your loved ones from malaria. Ensure that everyone in your family sleeps under a treated mosquito net every night, whether it is a cold or hot season. Repair your mosquito nets whenever they get damaged to keep the mosquitoes away. Ensure all mosquito nets are tied up every morning and there are no items hanging on them to avoid damaging them. Together, we can chase malaria out of Uganda. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health with support from Global Fund.
Hello, Liquid FM, tusabula it all the day mwebale kutuweereza onabira Katongole Emmanuel Emachindye era nga kwendi ku Liquid FM ntumirako ku mikwano gyange baganda bange era nga nandyagadde akayimba akaddako konna kabanyumire.
97.7 Record FM. Tusabula hits all day. Program The Women's Voice.
Okay, bitero vinyo mukoro gwafe kudachikiazi zino ziri 14 zokka ezo tuingire sawa nya ezamakyaro golna kulole tuli mu program The Women's Voice this very early morning, of course haba Madam Louise and Brandon Schaff paka zigina bila sawa nya ezamakyaro golna kulwaliro. And of course we're still discussing about the issue of fashion and trends, looking at the effects, the negative effects of fashion. You could take fashion in your own way, but of course this very early morning we are here to discuss about the negative bit of it because it has done more harm than good. To everyone who is there and you would love to still be a better person, please listen to the advice that we have this very early morning. Madam Louise.
Yes. So I would like to say to you ladies that it can be, if you are so much focused on Jesus, on fashion, and you can lose yourself. But now, let me say to those who already did that, they say, there is no chance for me. There is no way out for me now. I did this or that. I became someone else, or I bleached myself. So yes, you can go back to identity. Stop to bleach, and then I'm sure your color is going to go back to the way it was, and accept yourself the way you are. Accepting and how am I going to accept myself? Because I know it's something that has been new for a long time, and alone you can't do. I'm even going to open a bracket here. You can look for us, the Women Action. We have the Women Action. We give you free counseling to any kind of problem. Maybe you lost your identity, don't know more who you are, because now you are so engaged in do what other people are doing that you don't know where, you don't even have your own objectives because you base it in your life in other people's way, the way they dress, their body. So you are someone that even your family does not recognize you because it has been so much on you. So now have to work on yourself inside for you to, because alone you have seen, you tried to copy others. Now for you to go back to who you are, you need help. So we are here to help you. Okay, you can contact the Women Action 0776 213 731. Okay, please Luganda.
Of course, waliwo ekitongole Women in Action kiri wano ku Universal Church wano enakasero nga embeera enegenda maaso we bali okubeera nga basobola okubeera nga bakuyambako gwe mukwano gwange ali mu kuyita mu mbeera nti ebintu ebimu byandi kubanga bikusumbwamuko bo baga we bali okubeera nga bakuyambako era nga enamba y'essimu gye basobola okubeera nga obareachingako eri 07
eri not 776 2 3 enamba ya MTN nene ya Airtel weri noti 7 noti 3 682 6 enamba ezo zikubeko at any time when you feel like you want to call. It is 24/7 ebeerako enamba ya noti 776 2 3 7 ne noti 7 noti 3 682 6.
Okay, and another thing that I would like to say, if you are to call, look how the trouble is. If you're going to the Chinese, they have a different body than African, than European.
Yes.
So if you are to copy, who are going to be like changing here now, the trend now is this one. So be who you are. Let me just read something here to you. What trend can do. It badly affects the minds, likely to becoming victims of psychological disorders, such as eating disorders, mental illness, stress. So, as I said, when you lose your identity, so your mind is no longer more that, for example, I know who I am, they know who they are, Brando and but they know whom they are. But if you start to copy someone else, I lose. Louisa is no longer, is only the name. If I copy, let me say Betty, the way Betty is doing, or Betty is. So I start to dress like Betty. I want to do plastic surgery because Betty did. I want to be famous as Betty. So I will do what Betty is doing. So knowing that Betty is doing for some reason, which is not good for me, and I end up seeing many Betties, I'm just giving an example, a name, just committing suicide. And to be beautiful, to be blue eyes, it doesn't save anyone. If you are blue eyes, you are blue eyes. If you are green eyes, you are green eyes. Doesn't mean that you are going to be happy because you have green eyes or have blue eyes. So be happy the way you are. We all have our colors here, and then we're happy for our colors. You know, don't need to be there under the sun, make it to be brownish. So you're already brown. You like the way you are. So this is it. Accept who you are. And then again, I say to you, if you need help, if you came to a point where I don't know who I am, because, you know, my friends here, what I see is that even people in church, they are in the church, they claim it to be, you know, Christian, as I said, born again, but the way they portray themselves doesn't show that, because they want to call so much unbelievers, they want to call people that are there in the spotlight, and look at, so are they portray Jesus? No. So they say, no, I'm born again, but come on, sorry, not judging, but it doesn't match. So as someone is, I'm unhappy. If you are born again, you should be happy the way you were born, the way you were born physically, because otherwise you are going to be someone else. And the value that you want to have, even the guys, when they see you, they are not going to have something serious, and then you say, but I know why, because the men, they're not serious, but you are not serious with yourself. Because when the person doesn't give value to them, they want to copy others, but we have our own values. So that's what's beautiful. I remember one day, you were asking to do a social work in a prison for women. And the commander there, we were there discussing, then he turned to me and said, what makes you different as a woman? And then I spoke to him. Because to be, not that I'm better, but I have to accept who I am. And by doing this, I'm staying on my ground.
That is it.
So, and then when I know what's right to me, for me, when what's wrong. But if I'm copying people, I don't even have a clue what's right, what's wrong. Is it okay for me? It's not okay. This trend now, what's going to affect me? As you said in the beginning, the fashion of the trouser. They don't know the reason why it was there.
That is it.
They don't know, but and then they want to copy. So you don't know, as Brenda as well said about they don't want to get, they want to continue in the industry of I don't know, fashion, whatever. And then they have, I have to continue for this body, but come on, everyone knows that you get the age. You were there for so long in TV. People know you are no longer more that young girl.
Definitely, people need to have self-esteem. You need to believe in yourself. You need to know that, yes, that is who I am. So that people will start to value you and people will start to accept who you are, because it starts with you. But the moment you decide to show people that you don't believe in who you are, then definitely you've started losing it.
Yeah, that's it. Actually, most of the times when you lose your identity, then everyone will lose value for you. No one will value you because you're trying to look like someone else.
You don't know who you are by the end of the day. You don't know.
Okay, could not musanvu tano tano mwenda musanvu musanvu mwenda musanvu musanvu over 0393 and 977 You can call us live in studio, or you send us a WhatsApp message. Ate tuberenga ate tusoma kubakabo n'okuwulira gwe kikyogamba ku nsonga eno mu dakiika zino entono nga tunatera okubeera nga ate tubateera wano eno kyali mu program The Women's Voice mu UgBreakfastShow. Akatugeza okwogera ku nsonga zinaddala binene, ebintu ebiri mu tuli awo bitumalawo ngaffe abantu. So Haba waali era nga Haba agambye nti alina mikwano gye giri mu ghetto gibonaabona lwa ndowooza nkyamu.
Many people are suffering with the wrong mindset. What you see in other people, what you try to, because many people, maybe someone would love to look like Haba. You don't know what actually Haba goes through, because sometimes you see him looking cool. Maybe they're also depressed. You don't know. You're looking for a way
How
out
many
of
have
depression.
heard about that?
That is it.
They were dead. They're committing suicide.
That is it. So you could look up to someone. You're already depressed. You look at someone because they're giving you the exciting bit about their life. You think they are okay. Please just make sure that you always have to motivate yourself. Always try to look for ways of looking out for the help from the right people. And of course, when we come with such benefiting programs, just embrace them. Listen. You know, sometimes when you want to be a different person, you have to be humble. Listen.
Yeah. Accept.
Acknowledge that you want to be helped. After realizing that you need help, please decide, move on, and go and get that help. So when we are here, don't think that we are trying to judge you, because we are speaking about what actually sometimes we were also in. One time we were also in a situation that is looking at what we are talking about right now. But we, at one time, embraced the truth. We need to believe in ourselves. We need to look out for help and be helped. That is why we are trying to become better and inspire many other people. Maybe you could be there. You're looking out for a way. A number to Zukusomede. If you want to reach out for that help, first of all, call 0776 213 731 or 0703 682 146. That is the first inspiration you're going to read. That's the biggest step towards your help that you're going to take. So please, any message around that?
Okay.
And of course, she's still typing, but she was saying, I always have a problem with my self-esteem because from way back in school, even teachers, whenever they would want to call somebody wrongly, they always say, "Oh, yo, aringono." For example, we have these things when you're playing with kids, and then you want that kid to keep quiet or silent. You say, "I'll call you a dog," because you feel a dog is something bad. So she says she had a low self-esteem way back from school, but she's trying it so hard, and that's why she got the number. She says she has received the number and she'll be calling in for help.
We have even the helpline, another helpline exclusive for the women action. You have someone that you pick your call. Is 0200 902 714. 0200 902 714.
Okay. Mukwano gwaffe enamba eyo eya noti 2 9 noti 2 7 1
ya bwerere tebasala airtime nensonga nobeera nga ate ozikwasaganya obulunyo. But of course our time is rushing so fast, but Madam Luza is going to be giving us a brief last one.
Quick, let me say something. Let me say how God sees us, how do like us to be. Okay? In the book of 1 Peter, chapter 3, verse 3, it reads like this. Like this. Do not let your adornment be merely outward. So what is inside of you, the way you dress, your hair also. Arranging the hair, wearing gold, or putting on fine apparel. Rather, let it be the hidden person of the heart, that is the soul. How is your soul? With the incorruptible beauty of gentle and, beauty of, beauty of gentle and quiet spirit, which is very precious in the sight of God. So do not be, of course, you're not going to wake up in the morning, leave your house the way you are, that brush anything or wash off, take your bath or so. No. However, do not be worried on copying other people. As my friends here said, they do something for a reason which you don't know. I saw quickly here, so I know what time is over, but I saw even this week a guy, he was... he just finished, he went live, and then, please sing the song with me, remember the song, sing the song. After the video, he killed himself. He was young, he was a famous. He was even say there was a video he was I didn't know him, just when you got to know the person when the tragedy happens. Now there you see the things all over. And then he said like that, you see, I conquered cars, but still I'm not okay inside of me. So now, as you said, you can be here. Do not copy me because you don't know. I'm just here, present. So do not copy anyone.
Yeah.
You don't know behind the scenes, behind the cameras, behind the microphone, whom that person is. And then you want to copy, you can end up in the same situation.
Okay, our time is fast spent. Madam Louisa, your last remarks shortly, and then I will have one from Abba, and we call it a day till tomorrow. The UgBreakfast Show will return.
Okay, so again, look at as if something, if you are even thinking to do something that I had many people say they were trying to do something, failed. Look for us. Not that you are the solution, but we know how to deal with it by counseling you, as many projects we have, and then we are going to help you. Okay, look forward to it. Believe in yourself. God believes in you. You need to believe in yourself first. Okay.
Okay. Our dear listener, you have to know one thing, that always the step that is towards what you want to be is first of all realizing who you are, and then move towards getting that. Of course, we shall return tomorrow with Mr. Brandon with the program, the UgBreakfast Show, from 6 up to 10 a.m. in the morning.
Eyo yebadde program The Women's Voice. The Women's Voice. Time check ekutusibwako Manda Mobile. Tukugamba koleza gula sim card ya Manda Mobile ofune free MBs, free calls ne mobile money. Owuwerere funa sim card lero kuduka lya Manda Mobile. Koleza lero ne Manda Mobile. Kati ebule dakiika emo okuwera ssaawa 4 ez'okumakya. Time check ekutusiddwako Manda Mobile.
Wabulonyirira onneke wayambaddirira akankubye.
Nawe leka.
Ate shishi nina okusima mukama kyakoze. Ate oli mu kilaasi yowe kwegamba kasita oyingira buti kwegamba why feel how or feel what.
Hello.
Emboozi bw'etandika okunyuma manya kiri beta ku Manda Mobile. Kozesa mobile money okugula airtime ne Manda bundles oyogere